Hare Krishna devotees, welcome to the Vrindavan Lila series. Today we are going to discuss killing of Dhenukasur. So, as we know, Gopas are extremely fortunate to always serve Krishna Balram and be in their company and please them. It is mentioned that they would go for herding the cows and the Gopas would massage the lotus feet of Krishna, do all sorts of services. Pada samvahanam chakru kechit tasya mahatmanaha apare hata papmano vyajanai samavijani. So they are completely free from sins. So they are actually nitya siddha. How can they? It is even be called as completely freed from their sins. They had never committed any sin. But the understanding is here the papam is interruption. So Gopas in their pastimes uninterruptedly, continuously they would serve Krishna, and that's why they are called as Hatha Papmano. And how would they serve? They would massage lotus feet of Krishna, they would fan Krishna, Anye Tadanurupani Manojnani Mahatmana. Others would sing different songs based on different ragas, based on the particular situation or the season. And Gayanti Sma Maharaja, Sneha Klinna Dhya Shanai. And they would chant it very softly with affection. So they would pour their affection in their songs and softly they would chant for Krishna's pleasure. Manodnyani, pleasing Krishna's heart. So, so this Krishna, it is mentioned that although in his expansion as Lord Narayan, he enjoys the pleasure of being massaged. Lakshmi Devi is massaging his lotus feet, but Krishna enjoys greater bliss by these gopas massaging his lotus feet. So, uh, Srila Vishwanath Churi Thakur comments that by enjoying like this, Krishna is mocking even the prince of this world. Like the emperor's son is also not able to enjoy like this, which Krishna is enjoying in his Nara Lila, human-like pastimes. So then Krishna's friends, they approached Krishna saying that Sridama Nama Gopalo Rama Keshavayo Sakha Subala Stoka Krishnadya Gopaha Premanedam Abruvan. With love, they are asking Krishna and Balramji, these Gopas who go by the name Sridama, Subal, Stoka Krishna. Interesting, these names of Gopas are mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, but the Gopis' names are not mentioned. So Sridama is mentioned because he's chief of all the Gopas of Krishna Balram. So he's only predominant competitor of Krishna in Balramji's party, it is mentioned. Ramasya Sakha. So Krishna wrestles with Sridama and gets defeated all the time. So four syllable names. This another Gopa is called as Stoka Krishna. So how could his father name Stoka Krishna? I mean, the son as Stoka Krishna when Krishna is already present. So why he's named after uh, Krishna, like Stoka Krishna? So his father thought that because he looks like Krishna, let his name also follow Krishna, and that he will become Krishna's favorite. Thus he names him in this way. Premana means they wanted to feed tal fruits to Krishna and Balram only. So now we are setting up the situation where the Gopas are requesting Krishna Balram to go to Talvan forest and kill this demon Dhenukasur. So this Dhenukasur represents the ass mentality. What is this ass mentality? One, it means that he is protecting this Tal forest for on behalf of Kamsa. So is himself not eating any fruit, is not allowing any others to eat fruit also. So similarly, those who are interpreters of scriptures interpret scriptures in the wrong way. They themselves cannot taste the real meaning of scriptures, nor do they allow others to taste the meaning of real meaning of scriptures. So they are like Dhenuka demon. This is Dhenuka mentality, interpreting scriptures in a wrong way. is a Dhenuka mentality. Another example is given that Dhenuka means Dhenukasur mentality means this Jada Vidya, carrying the burden like an ass. So there are two types of mentality. One is Saragrahi, like that of a swan. So when milk and water is presented to swan, milk will only accept the swan will accept the milk and separate it from the water. So similarly, intelligent person will accept the sara or the essence, but the ass will only carry the burden, doesn't know what is he carrying, doesn't even know what's there inside the burden. So that is like ass like mentality. Those who go by the only externals, the words, carrying the meaning of scriptures like an ass, means not able to understand the meaning of scriptures. Just they have memorized few verses, or like a mundane scholar they have studied, but they have this ass mentality. Little harsh, but that's how the reality is. So okay, so these gopas, interestingly, they are asking Krishna Balram for tal fruits. Not that they want to enjoy anything other than Krishna's company, but they are asking it not out of greed, not even desire to kill this demon, but just for some reciprocation. They're asking Krishna just out of reciprocation. Just Krishna, just kill this demon and let us enjoy these tal fruits. This is just their affectionate dealing with Krishna. So, say they knew the power of Krishna, so therefore they're provoking Krishna, because our acharyas are explaining Veera Ras, or the rasa of chivalry is natural in Sakhya Rasa Prem. Like Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj would never provoke Krishna to kill demons, because theirs is affection, Vatsalya. Vatsalya and this chivalry don't go together. But the Sakhya and chivalry, they go together, these two rasas. So this Leela happened in Bhadrapad, that means around September, where the tal fruits they become ripe. And Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes that Gopas are telling Balramji and Krishna that this Dhenuka is so powerful because they want to instigate them to show their valor. By glorifying enemies' power, they are instigating them to show their valor, Krishna Balram's valor. So maybe he is very powerful, but not in front of us. His power will become like a sky flower, Krishna Balram are saying. Okay, then in this case, let's go and make the people of Talman fearless by killing this demon. the, the Gopas are proposing. So, uh, Srila Baldev Vidyabhushan answers one question. How could Gopas provoke Krishna Balram to go to fear some place? Will it not harm their prema? Answer is no, we just discussed. Rather, they know the prowess of Krishna. So, by provoking Veera Ras, this request would increase their love for Krishna and their love for Gopas. So, Jiva Goswami is mentioning that actually we do not have the greed for the tal fruits, but since we associate with this greedy Krishna, we have developed greed in our mind, because of his association. So not our fault. So when Balramji is not listening to their repeated requests, they, out of their loving anger, they are saying, "Let us go if you want to go." But then Balramji agrees. He enters the forest first because he is requested first. Um, and because the tal trees are growing together very closely, so Balramji is shaking simply one tree, and he could make all the fruits of all other trees also fall, such a way that fruits don't fall on his head, but they fall somewhere else. Hmm. So then, hearing the noise of falling fruits, Dhenukasur arrives at that spot and he kicks Balramji on the chest. So Balramji is not inattentive, but he wants to show to Dhenukasur that you cannot do anything to me. So he allows him to throw some kicks, telling him that this is all useless endeavor in front of me. So Sanatan Goswami answers also that why would these Gopas ask Krishna Balram to kill the demon? Because they were thinking that by killing this wicked demon, their glory will increase. So one may think that still it may be unsuitable for them to motivate Krishna to into risky situation like this. But still, just like when Hanumanji desired to kill Ravana and his company and take Mother Sita to Lord Ram, Sita Devi told Hanumanji that it is better that if Lord Ramachandra kills Ravana, as this will increase the fame of Lord Ram. Similarly, for increasing special glory of Krishna, Gopas are praying like this. So this prayer is appropriate. And they knew that uh, Krishna had a long-standing desire that he had killed so many demons by now, but Balramji has not killed any. So let him kill one demon and get some glory. So that was Krishna's desire. Therefore, Gopas are approaching Balramji to kill this Dhenuka. So in Vrindavan, everything happens. So everybody understands everybody's heart. That means, especially everybody understands one Krishna's heart in a particular way. He is supposed to understand. To put it more precisely. So Balramji, whose heart is overwhelmed with affection for his younger brother Krishna, so therefore he went first to protect Krishna. And both Krishna and Balram smiled very beautifully to assure happiness to these Gopas because it is mentioned by Kapiladev, Hasam Harer Avanata Khilaloka Tivra Shokashur Sagara Vishoshanam. Hmm. So this smile of Krishna simply dries up the ocean of lamentation of Jivas. Of course, here they are associates uh, who are lamenting, but uh, simply seeing the smile of Krishna, our lamentation should be dispelled. That is, if we are properly taking darshan. Shokashur Sagar. So many millions of lifetimes we might have shed so many tears of lamentation. Many oceans might have filled by that. But Krishna's one smiling glance will will dry up the entire ocean. So Srila Vishwanath Thakur, he mentions that how this Krishna Balram were laughing, thinking that how can ass be so powerful? You have false information. But like if you want, if it pleases you, we are ready to see an ass also. Like that they are thinking. So there is one Vaishnav poet, Hari Suri, he is mentioning that after tending calves, now Krishna became Gopal, and thus his friends told him to do something that will please the cows. Is this why he made the forest Dhenukanta? Hmm? Meaning forest that caused death to Dhenuka Anta, or Dhenukanta, forest that is now dear to cows. So play of words here. So Balramji made all the fruits fall to indicate that one may tolerate cold and heat, take shelter of Vishnu, stay in forest, do austerities like the tall trees. But if he takes association of Asat, that means wrong association, uh, Asat Sangha, then he will be bereft of all the fruits. Fruits are falling, right? So trees do not have any fruits now. So he may tolerate heat and cold, take shelter of Vishnu, stay in the forest, do austerities like tall trees did. But they took bad associations, so they are bereft of all fruits. So very poetic, very beautiful. Then Dhenuka the ass was striking him with hind legs, indicating that those who are wicked, fools, coward, profess the Western philosophy, Paschatya philosophy. So that was Paschatya philosophy of that of hedonism. Eat, sleep, marry, and don't think of God. So like that, Paschatya hind leg. Krishna thought, uh, in my Rama Swarup, I am only Kharantaka. That means I killed Khara and Dushan, Kharantaka. But now the name Ram goes to Kharantaka. goes with Kharantaka. And may that trend continue because everybody knows it that that way only. Like, that Ram is Kharantaka. So this Balram should also be Kharantaka. Khara is this donkey demon. Thinking this, Krishna allowed Balramji to kill this Khara, and did not kill him himself. Again, very poetic. Balramji thought, previously with a shapat, he stopped me. A shapat means a promise or a vow. Or he stopped me. He means Krishna in the form of Ram stopped me, who was in the form of Lakshmana, and killed the Khara demon himself in the forest. Now also he will do it, thinking this Balramji killed Khara to save Krishna's trouble. Like, so Balramji thinking, okay, he stopped me previously, but now I will save him trouble and I will do this task myself. So it is befitting that Balramji, who is called as Taladhwaj, because his flag is marked by these Tala trees. He killed Dhenukasur, who was claiming the Tal fruit, the Tal forest as his own. So very interesting. Even an ordinary king will not tolerate his enemy taking charge of his flag, which is a symbol of his victory. Similarly, Balramji is Taladhwaja. Is it that because he's Taladhwaja and Dhenukasur captured this Tal forest. Therefore, Balramji killed him. Again, very poetic. Hmm. So, my younger brother killed an Asura, Vatsasur, by grabbing him by his hind legs with one hand and swirling him around and projecting him on the top of the tree. So, it is befitting me to do the same with this Asura, being his elder brother. So, therefore, he is doing the same thing with this Dhenukasur, catching him by hind legs and throwing him on the top of the tree. Then another very beautiful presentation. A brave soldier becomes more glorious by presenting the news of killed wicked persons in front of his own kings. Similarly, Balramji thought that I am Trunachara Anuga. That means I follow the cows who eat grass. Trunachara Anuga. And thus I should present the news of destruction of this wicked person or the dead body of this wicked in front of my king Trunaraj. Trunaraj is another name for Tal. So therefore, so he's throwing the dead body on the Tal tree, just like a brave soldier will throw the enemy king's head or dead body in front of the king to make him proud. So Balramji is speaking to the Tal tree. Oh Tal, just see this wicked. Just see this wicked now because of whose infection. Although you were staying here in Vrindavan, you were abandoned by devotees and brahmanas. Dvija. Dvija means birds or brahmanas. The Tal tree and his other associates nodded their heads in response, saying, yes, very true. So they were shaking. So their shaking is like saying yes to Balramji. So now very interesting point here that it is not wonderful that he destroyed the demon. Uh, because the whole world is running by his prowess. His energy is only sustaining this world. One of his expansions is Mahavishnu. Balramji's expansion is Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu is sustaining the whole world. So what is so great? But yet this Leela is described because yet there is some sweetness in this pastime of Balramji killing Dhenukasur. Let's understand why. We should not bring in the Aishwarya point here that, oh, simply by his the fire coming out from his mouth destroys entire universes. What is this one demon here being killed by Balramji? Why is he glorified for that? So he should be. Why? Because the wonder is that in his Naralila, he manifests power only sufficient enough to subdue a particular competitor. I will repeat. He manifests power only sufficient enough to subdue a particular competitor. Okay. That makes it very sweet. I mean, he won't show his Ananta Shakti there, but only enough to kill the competitor. As if his he has to put some, efforts to do that, like that. And this is glorified from Naralila point of view. So devotees like to hear such pastimes who are interested in hearing his Naralila. So, so then Krishna went ahead of Balramji, due to his love for his elder brother, and then they killed all the friends of Dhenukasura. Hmm. So, and then when all the fruits were on the ground, they were not eaten by Gopas because they were tinged by the blood of these demons. So, one last comment by Hari Suri, that even when a simple person, Saral, even when a simple person is shaken or disturbed, he shall give charity only to a person who is shaking him. And even if, on the contrary, even if we catch hold of the feet of the wicked, he will remain wicked only. That is what Balramji proved by shaking the tal trees, who are like simple persons who gave fruits even after shaking. And by holding the feet of this demon, Dhenukasur, who remained wicked only even after holding the feet. Again, very poetic. It's very beautiful. So, this is a very wonderful pastime where Krishna Balram please all the Gopas uh, by killing this demon Dhenukasur and destroying all his demon friends and pleasing all the Vrajvasis, the cows, demigods, all the listeners. Hare Krishna. जय श्री धेनुकासुर वध लीला की जय श्री कृष्ण बलराम जी की जय.